Hey, what's up, everyone? Happy Friday. Hope you're having an amazing week and that you achieved all your goals and amazing things that you set yourselves to do this week. And well, today I want to talk about three things that you need to have, that you need to nail in order to do good with Facebook ads, right? So a lot of people struggle with making ads work, right? They're putting a lot of money in, but not getting any money out, and that should not be the case. So these three things, when you nail them, you're going to be able to have profitable Facebook ads. So let's talk about it. What are these three things that you need to nail in order to make your ads work? Number one, it's going to be your audience, right? So I've talked to you about this a lot of times. You need to know who your audience is, right? You need to understand their pain points, their problems, their greatest desires, so you can talk to them directly and you can know how to target them on Facebook. So let's talk about the targeting for a second. When we do targeting on Facebook, I've seen a lot of people that they just target one audience, right? Like, let's say we say, hey, my ideal client follows Russell Brunson. They are entrepreneurs, right? And they like ClickFunnels or Kajabi or like different software. And we stick to that one audience, right? We build one audience. And then what most people do is test different graphics, different videos, different copy with that one audience. That's wrong. You shouldn't be doing that. You should be testing different types of audiences, right? So what kind of audiences do we test? Could be like a broader audience, something like people that like Russell Brunson and Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi. So we call that like the influencer audience. And it's going to be a large audience, right? Like, let's say 10 million people, 20 million people. Cool. Let Facebook figure out who your ads are going to perform best with, right? And then we have smaller audience that are more targeted to your niche. So instead of just being Russell Brunson and Tony Robbins and all these influencers, we can narrow it down to more specific things, right? Like, I want people that follow Russell Brunson but are also fitness gurus, and like, you can narrow down that audience by combining different interests. Now, how do you manage the budget when you have different audiences? If you have a low budget, then you need to test one audience at a time. Let's say you have $10 a day to spend on ads. Well, do an audience for 3-4 days and spend $10 a day for that audience, then turn it off and turn another audience on and test that for another 4 days, right? And then you can compare them. Now, I don't recommend doing that because we want to have simultaneous data so that we can compare the two audiences at the same time. A lot of things can happen if you test 4 days and then another 4 days. What if those other 4 days are like Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then these 4 days are Saturday, Sunday, and Monday? Like, things perform differently. So what I suggest is that you have at least 3 to 4 audiences, and you put $10 a day minimum on each one of those audiences, right? So what's going to happen is that you're going to have a lot more people coming in. You're going to be able to test different audiences in the same amount of time and just make things faster. You're going to be able to collect data faster so that you can know what works and what doesn't. You can turn off the audiences that are not working. And what we do is, for these 4 audiences, we have the exact same ad, right? So the only variable that we're playing with is the audience. And we've seen that with the exact same ad, and I mean the same post, because we use the same post ID. What happens is that depending on the audience, we're going to get completely different results. Even if one audience, we think like, wow, that's the one that's going to work. But in reality, the one that is going to tell us what is working and what is not working is our audience and the numbers that we're getting, right? So that's number one. Remember, we're talking about like the 3 things that you need in order to get your Facebook ads running properly and being profitable. So number 1 is your audience. You need to test different things. Now your creatives, same thing with your creatives. You cannot just go out with one ad, one image or one video and one copy and think that it's going to make it, right? Maybe for some people that already have a lot of experience and they have a huge following and they've been running ads for years and years and years, they know their audience so well that they know exactly which ad will perform. But in reality, that's not the norm. The norm is that we have to get out there with as many sets of images and copy and videos as we can and test it. It's all about testing, right? So we test different headlines and different sets of copy with different approaches to that persona that you're talking about. So for example, we write one set of copy starting with the pain point, right? Like, I know you are struggling with getting leads online, right? We start with the pain point. Then we have another set of copy that starts with the greatest desires. Like, hey, imagine a world when you're getting hundreds of leads per day and they're converting into high paying clients, right? Like, those are 2 different ways to talk to your audience and drive them to the same offer, right? So you need to be super creative when it comes to creating different graphics and videos and always come up with new ideas. You can go and check what other influencers are doing, what is working for them. You can model it. You can come up with your own ideas that will set you apart from what other people are doing. And we've seen that things evolve really fast with Facebook ads, right? Some days it is better to have very native content, like a picture with your family or a picture like an Instagram picture that you're traveling and it doesn't have any headline or any text on the picture. And then 6 months later, the actual pictures that look like an ad work better for that audience. So you have to keep testing. And the fact that you see an influencer doing one type of ads and it works for them, it doesn't mean that it's going to work for you, because your audience might be different. Your personality is different. The way that you approach your audience is different. So test different things. Test very, very relaxed pictures of you and your family or you just walking around. Test videos that are in a set, in a studio, and then test a video that's you holding your phone and moving around, that it feels more natural. Test everything, because the only ones that are going to tell us if what we're doing is right or wrong is our audience, and we're going to see that through the data on the Facebook ads. All right. Now, the third thing that you need to nail to make your ads profitable is to have a good offer. All right. So I always tell people, like, it doesn't matter if the Facebook ads are the best Facebook ads you've ever seen in your life. If you're sending people to a crappy funnel or a crappy offer, things are not going to work. A good ad is not going to fix a bad offer. It doesn't matter if you put thousands of dollars on the ads. If your offer sucks, there's no optimizing the ads to make it work. There is no way that putting more money in ads is going to fix your offer. So get that out of your mind. You have to make sure that you have a good offer that people want, that people are dying for. So when you look at, if you're a coach, if you're a business owner and you're hiring an agency to do your ads, are they looking at the funnel? Are they interested in optimizing the funnel too? Because if you're sending people to a funnel that doesn't convert, then you're wasting a lot of money. You're wasting so much money. And the same thing the other way. You can have the best funnel in the world, but if your ads suck and you're not sending enough traffic to the funnel, then things are not going to work either. All right. So make sure that your offer is something that your audience is dying for. They love it. They're like, oh my God, that person knows exactly what I need. They know exactly how to solve the problem that I have. So I need to buy this offer, right? That's what you want with your tiny offer, with your highest ticket offer, with everything that you do. You want to have your audience saying, wow, they get me. They know exactly where I'm at and how to get me to where I want to be. All right. So guys, check if you have these 3 things ready to go, all nailed. And if you need help, let me know. I'm here for you. So you need to know your audience. You need to know your funnel or your offer, and you need to test the creatives and show people really cool stuff that they will be attracted to. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next episode of the Cold to Soul Machine Show. Bye.